Hi, this is Kelly from paperbeadrollers.com, and today we are doing something a little bit different. We are making beads from fabric that is backed with paper. Let's get started. The paper I'm using today is the 12 by 12 premium stack from Die Cuts with a View. I saw this paper in a big box store a while ago and I just had to grab it. It's paper backed fabric, so it's blue jean on one side, a lighter color, and then here is a darker color. Now the paper on the back is coated. It's kind of like a sticker backing, but it doesn't peel off. I thought this would make some very interesting and unique beads. I am cutting this fabric with my brother ScanNCut. Now I used the deep cut blade in a very sticky mat and I still had a bit of trouble keeping the fabric in place. I cut 2 sizes of strips, both from the standard triangle digital download pack that you can purchase from paperbeadrollers.com. I used the 3/4 by 12 size and the 1/2 by 12 size on these. Now if you're cutting these by hand, the measurements are pretty simple. The first strip is a 1/2 inch at the widest, down to a point, and it's also 12 inches long. It's going to create more of a rounded saucer-shaped bead. The second strip is 3/4 inch at the widest, down to a point, and it's 12 inches long. It's going to create a rounded bead. I'm going to use a stronger glue, Aleene's Tacky glue, because the paper backing is coated and it's kind of slick. I want to make sure these beads stay together, and I'm not sure that plain white glue will do the trick. Slide the widest end of the strip into the slot on your bead roller and start to turn the handle. Now we're going to roll these beads just like we do a normal paper bead, even though our material is much thicker. And I'm using the blue paper bead roller from paperbeadrollers.com for these. And if you have threads sticking out, you can carefully trim them off. However, when I tried to do that, I found out that sometimes they pulled away and left the white paper backing showing through. So instead of trimming them off, I started to tuck them in under the roll, or I'll deal with them during the glazing step. When I'm a few inches from the end, I'll add plenty of glue and finish rolling the bead. While this dries, let's talk about glaze. Now, when I started this project, I wasn't entirely sure I was going to glaze these beads. I like the idea of leaving the jean fabric exposed like this. However, once the beads were rolled, I decided that leaving it unglazed was a little bit of a risk. Here's a photo of what this blue jean bead looks like with and without glaze. I have to be honest, I like the look of the one without glaze much better. However, I don't think it's going to hold up to daily wear very well. There are threads coming off of it, and I think the edges will get rubbed and bumped, and it's going to come loose pretty quickly. However, I will test this unglazed bead for a bit, and we will see what happens. Now, the glazed bead is not as obviously made from jean material. It looks a little bit like jean covered in a plastic coating. This is about 5 layers of glaze, and it took that many layers to get a smooth bead. Now, if you do choose to glaze your bead, here are some tips that I learned. First, I use diamond glaze to coat my beads. When you put down the first layer, do your best to smooth down all of the loose threads on the bead. If you leave any of them sticking up, even a little bit, they will turn into hard bumps that are not going to be very comfortable to wear around your neck or on your wrist. So take some care and make sure all of those loose threads are laying down flat. I needed about 5 coats of glaze to get a truly hard and smooth finish on these beads. Now, once they were dry, I decided they looked a little too unfinished. The white paper edges can be seen, and I didn't like that look. So I capped them off with some pewter color bead cores. You can get these bead cores at paperbeadrollers.com, and they come in different sizes and shapes. Many of them fit the beads made with the blue bead roller, like these here. To put them on, just squeeze a little bit of the Aleene's Tacky glue on the edge of the bead and push the bead core down, being sure to get some of the glue on the inside between the core and the paper. Let them dry, and that's it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because in the next video, I'm going to design a necklace with these blue jean beads, and you don't want to miss it. Also, join us over at the Paper Bead Fanatics group on Facebook to share your paper bead creations. See you next time.